Welcome to Zero to Hero, the channel where we bring you the most powerful true stories of people who started from nothing and rose to greatness. These are not fairy tales. These are real struggles, real pain, and real triumphs. This is your first step into the lives of the world's most inspiring heroes. And today, we begin with the unstoppable force that is Cristiano Ronaldo, a boy who came from the streets of Madeira, Portugal, and conquered the world. Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos. Aveiro was born on February 5, 1985, in a small island town of Funchal, Madeira. His father, José Diniz Aveiro, was a municipal gardener and a part-time kitman at a local football club. His mother, Maria Dolores, worked as a cook and cleaner to help support the family. They lived in a tiny, tin-roofed house overlooking the ocean, with no luxury, no privilege, and often not enough food on the table. He was the youngest of 4 siblings. From the start, life wasn't kind, but Cristiano was different. He had hunger, not just for food, but for greatness. Even as a child, he found joy in a football. Not the kind you buy in a store. No, he played with bottles, cans, or anything round he could find. Every alleyway, every empty street was his playground. His mother recalls that Ronaldo would skip meals and even sneak out of the house just to play football. His obsession wasn't a phase, it was a fire, and that fire refused to die. But his early years were far from easy. His father battled alcoholism. The family struggled financially. They lived on the edge, always one misstep away from total collapse. His father's addiction was a heavy burden. At just 11 years old, Ronaldo left his family behind to join the Sporting Lisbon Academy on mainland Portugal, hundreds of miles away. Alone, in a strange city, with no friends, no family, just a dream, and a burning will to fight for it. The academy, life was harsh. His accent made him a target of bullying. Other kids mocked his thick Madeira dialect. He was laughed at, isolated, and taunted. But Ronaldo never let the pain break him. He trained harder than anyone else. While others slept, he practiced. While others relaxed, he ran. When he cried, he used it as fuel. His tears watered the roots of his greatness. But then, life hit again. At just 15 years old, doctors discovered a heart condition that could have ended his career forever. It was a racing heartbeat, dangerous, unpredictable. It could have killed his dream. Many thought it was the end. But instead of giving up, Ronaldo underwent surgery. Within days, yes, days, he was back on the pitch, running, kicking, and fighting like nothing had happened. His love for the game overpowered every fear. By 16, Sporting Lisbon knew they had something special. His speed, his footwork, his hunger. It was electric. Word spread fast. In 2003, at just 18, he caught the attention of one of the greatest managers in football history, Sir Alex Ferguson. After a friendly match between Manchester United and Sporting, United players couldn't stop talking about this skinny Portuguese teenager who had embarrassed them on the pitch. Ferguson saw not just a player, but a future legend. He signed him. And just like that, the boy from Madeira was in the Premier League. But his first days in England weren't smooth. He was mocked for his flashy tricks. He was called a show-off. Pundits criticized his lack of end product, but Ronaldo listened to none of it. He trained longer than anyone. He transformed his body. He spent hours in the gym, hours watching film, hours perfecting every detail of his game. He wasn't just trying to be good. He was obsessed with being the best. Tragedy struck again when he lost his father in 2005 to liver failure. Ronaldo was just 20 years old. His father never saw him lift the Champions League, never saw him win the Ballon d'Or, but instead of breaking down, Ronaldo let the pain drive him harder. Every goal, every sprint, every trophy, it became a tribute to a father who couldn't see the man his son became. By 2008, Cristiano Ronaldo was the best player in the Premier League. That year, he won the Champions League with Manchester United and claimed his first Ballon d'Or, the highest individual honor in football. But he wasn't satisfied. He never is. In 2009, he made the most expensive transfer in football history at the time, moving to Real Madrid. The pressure was immense, the expectations sky high. But Ronaldo didn't just meet them, he shattered them. At Madrid, he became a machine. 4 Champions League titles, 2 La Liga titles, a record-breaking 450 goals in just 438 appearances. A legacy built not just on talent but on sweat, blood, and relentless work ethic. Behind every goal was an extra hour in the gym. Behind every win was 1,000 unseen sacrifices. Ronaldo trained like a soldier, slept like a monk, ate like an athlete. He built his body like armor. Every muscle, every breath, designed for war on the pitch. He turned his weaknesses into weapons. He made his critics his fuel. And the world watched as he climbed again and again to the top. But he wasn't just a club hero. For his country, he became a legend. In 2016, he led Portugal to victory in the European Championship. Even when injury forced him off the field in the final, he stood on the sidelines like a commander, shouting, directing, pushing his team to the title. It wasn't about ego, it was about nation, it was about heart. Off the pitch, he turned into a global brand, CR7, a name known in every corner of the planet. From sportswear to hotels to fragrances, Ronaldo built an empire, but he never forgot where he came from. He donates millions to hospitals, children's charities, and disaster victims, quietly, without cameras, without applause. Even as he aged, the world kept waiting for him to slow down. But he didn't. Into his late 30s, he kept scoring, kept running, kept winning. He broke records that seemed unbreakable. Most international goals in history. First, player to score in 5 World Cups, the man who refused to stop. Cristiano Ronaldo is not just a footballer. He is a story of defiance, of willpower, of rising again and again after every fall. He didn't have talent handed to him. He created it. He didn't wait for opportunities. He fought for them. And every time life told him no, he answered with a louder yes. From a tiny room in Madeira to the grandest stadiums in the world, Cristiano Ronaldo proved that greatness is not born, it is built. With sweat, with tears, with belief. This is not just the story of a footballer. This is the story of a fighter. This is the story of a legend. This is the story of a boy who became a king. This is Zero to Hero.